state called Fix My Life. I want those of you who are in this community to let that sink in. The work that we've done here will last beyond us. You're able to look and know when they do 45 minutes of 3 days of her work, sometimes more. You understand what it took for her to get to the places that is on the editing floor. You have a process. You have Fixed My Life to remind you even. What a gift. What a gift. You have songs to remind you that you can put on. I felt it when I walked in the room. Home is where the heart is. And the word says, create in me a clean heart. Renew in me a right spirit. And I remember that this one taught me that don't pray that prayer if you're not ready. Because that prayer alone will reset you when you forget. Create in me a clean heart. Because you know when your heart is out of alignment now, because you have tools. You have a process, you must use it. And I say this with all humility because there were times when I didn't always use my process. There were times when this yes begets another yes. See, you're not called just one time. This is the foundation. You have gotten the foundation that you can build on, or that you've already started building on. You are always your first client. And what you don't feel, heal, or deal with, you'll see it again. You just won't have a teacher who's reminding you, who's holding you accountable. In other words, you've accepted a yes that makes you accountable. So when you hear truth, you will begin to vibrate and line up with it. And I wanted to give you 5 points, but I'm just going to give you a bonus because I know that you had exams to get in. Some people might have thought from the way I was talking that the summer intensive was the exam. But the examination was a pivot to see if you knew the material. You're going to need to know the material. You're going to need to know when to facilitate ownership or commitment or choice. You're going to need to know when to ask an open-ended question. You're going to need to know when to see the loving yes. And you may be the only one in the room doing it. Remember your yes. Yeah. There will be organic moments like this when you step out by choice. Now everything that you do is going to be by choice. And finally, I close with remember your living vision. I wrote my living vision, and there were things that manifested and shifted that I forgot about. There are things that you wrote that from today you may forget about them, but they are already set in motion. That is the law of attraction. That is universal law that is working no matter whether you know it or know it not. I have to tell you that, coming here, I could feel the spirit of my father coming, and I told my husband that I could feel my daddy's energy. And I wasn't quite sure, except for, you know, every little girl wants their parents to see them matriculate and do the things that they said that they were going to do. But it was here, through the gift of this process, that when my father transitioned, I had absolutely no regrets because of this process. I was able to heal my relationship with him without him ever having to do things. It is my evidence and my proof that this, what you have here, is special and unique. And what I came into Intervisions to do, so I thought, I didn't know that it was going to open up so many other things, but I stand as a woman understanding that when we anoint the corners, the north, the south, the east, and the west, when we call in the presence of the Holy I Am, that my Father is in the room. All right. That I started feeling his presence because he was communicating with me, and not just him. That's the gift. I didn't know that at first. And I know that what I'm saying, it feels good, and it'll probably go over your head at some point, but I want you to remember your yes. Because you'll remember that I said this, at least. Because repetition is the mother of mastery. And then there will be times when you're in your business, in your ministry, or any area of your life that there is one distinction I want to leave you. And that is between building and birthing. See, you have a foundation. And I know that we attract to us more of ourselves, so this is alpha female. So many of you are alpha females. You came into this space in this womb space. I want everybody to understand that Intervisions is a womb space, the birthing center. These have been our midwives, right? And you want to go out and build, but there will be times when you need to know when to surrender the task of building, which is all about your product, and when to surrender into the process of birthing, which is all about your yes. And I want to close with this. You all have heard her. You've heard her. And this came at the last moment. I said I had to close this out with this. Since I couldn't preach and I didn't do a scripture. When you are, and I'm reading from Letters from the Infinite, the Sacred Yes. When you are a birther, you will recognize that what you have birthed is a gift to you. When you are building, you will often think of yourself as the gift of what is being built.
Read that again.
Somebody said repeat that. Yeah. I didn't wear these specs when I first came into Divisions. I was young, just like I was covered in everything as I closed out. When they met me, I was covered with a whole bunch of material, which is representation sometimes of covering other things. But I became uncovered and standing. You are sometimes wondering, when will it begin to take care of you, the thing you built? Oh, come on now. I gotta pause. Maybe I'm just talking to y'all. Yeah. You start wondering when what you built will start to take care of you. I can't tell you how many moments as an entrepreneur, a coach who's out here, I start wondering when is Rebirth International going to take care of me? Because I've had to do all of those things of investing and creating and recreating and re-evaluation and learning information over and over again. But what I recognized is that those were the moments I was focused on what I was building. And the moment that I remember my yes, I begin to start remembering what I'm birthing. Because there's a point for you mamas who know where you must surrender into the process of labor and delivery. And so you may think that this is the end of the road, that you've been birthed. You see, I just pulled up my thing, my little, you know. I was also taught here that when a woman's power is in her hips. And so I had to get in position just to remind you that when you think that you've already gone through the labor, when you think that what you birthed is this piece of paper, when you begin to tell everybody that you came from inner vision, you may be trying to build. But when you get ready to birth, when you walk in the room and you're already pregnant, you can't hide your pregnancy. Oh, what is she talking about? Can I just break that down as I close out? See, when you know there's a certain point, some of you may be able to hide your pregnancy, but you all are very pregnant. Your spirit is aglow. You have so much inserted in you. You're filling and ready to move out into the world, and you're going to walk into a room, and people are going to notice something about you that you may not be able to see. Remember, your yes. Thank you so much for
Yes.